Hello guys, my name is Jossy Putra Ferdian, and I want to tell you the story that from the book that I've read. The title is Eye of the Storm, written by Jack Higgins. And why I choose this book for my YouTube presentations because this this novel is have a quite heavy plot. So if I present this novel in the class, it just have 5 minutes. I don't think that's enough for me to explain the story. So I explain this novel in YouTube because YouTube has 10 to 15 minutes. I think that's enough for me to explain the story well. And then yeah, start to the main character. The main character's name is Sean Dillon, Seandillon, Sean Dillon. And he is a ex-Irish army, and he retired from the army because he hates army. Why? Because he hates especially British army, because British army is kill his father. He wants to take a revenge to England, but there's no chance for him. And one day he came to the bar to get drunk, and but he watched by two men, Gatov and Salim, because Gatov and Salim is asked by their boss to recruit Dylan for a secret missions. The secret mission says to make UK fall. And why Aaron wants to have UK or England's fall? Because Michael Aaron nationality is Iraq, and Michael Aaron is a billionaire, and he lives in UK, but he have so many house around the country because he's a billionaire. So the patriotism in Michael Aaron's life is so high, and he wants to revenge to England for what they've done to Iraq. So he recruits Dylan to kill British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, and yeah, and Dylan accept these missions, and he asks for the first payment, and it is not a problem for Arun because he is a billionaire, of course, and Arun gave him payment and gave him operational cash to prepare the preparation for these missions. And and what is it? And yeah, Dylan is straightforward to make the plan and run missions. Yeah, because he knows that Margaret Thatcher will visit France for just a visits, and he wants to ambush Margaret Thatcher on her way to France by train. He wants to shoot. He makes the plan that he wants to shoot Margaret in a train, and then Sean is going to France, and yeah, he have many friends in France actually, and he asked for one of Dylan's friends is the Jonas Brothers. Why Jonas Brothers? Because he they are twins, so yeah, and Dylan's is belief to them to to help him run these missions. And yeah, the Jonas Brothers and the twins is accept Dylan's help. And yeah, Dylan's get the preparation. He get a gun, and yeah, a gun to and he asked the Jonas to bring a car, actually a van, to to uh, for their escape after killed Margaret. So he went they went to the cliff that high enough to shot Margaret in a train. Yeah, but the attempt is failed. Sean Dillon shot is not hit to Margaret, but yeah, everyone in the train knows that Margaret is in danger. So so Dylan's uh, escape from Dylan's and the twins is escape from the scene. and then the twin is afraid being caught by the police, and then he betrayed they betrayed Dylan's and report Dylan's to police that Dylan's is make an attempt to kill the prime minister. And the police and Dylan knows that the twin is betraying him because he has a spy in the police, and the name is Tanya. And yeah, Tanya let Dylan know that the twins is report him, and then the twin is make a huge mistake because because after that Dylan's straightforward kill both of them. And then yeah, and then Dylan's going back to Arun, and Arun is quite disappointed because Dylan's is failed to kill the British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. And but Dylan is over a more big plans, not just to kill Margaret Thatcher, because Dylan's plan is to blows up the 10 Downing Street. Yeah, and yeah, Arun is pleased to hear the plans, Dylan's plans. And then and then yeah, Arun gave him a payment again, and Arun gave him an operational cash to get the preparations for Dylan's to get this mission success. And then yeah, Dylan went to the market to shop a gun, a gun and a bomb, preparation to make a bomb. And then but the police here is not just quite still, because the police is wants to catch Dylan's too. And the police is recruit one of Dylan's old friend. The name is Martin Brosnan. Brosnan is such a rival for Dylan in Irish army. And then yeah, he has a revenge too for Dylan. And then Dylan hates Brosnan because yeah, they're rivals. And Brosnan is knows really well about Dylan characteristic. And then Brosnan knows that Dylan's is will to is will get the preparation, so Brosnan wants to catch Dylan in a market that he's shopping, but Dylan's managed to escape from that. And then Dylan's went to his uncle's house. His uncle names is Danny, and he has a niece. The name is Angela. Angela is take care of Danny, and then and then Dylan came to the house to ask for help for Danny to make a mortar bomb. And because Danny is very skillful to make something, and then Danny is good to make a mortar. And then Danny makes a mortar for Dylan, and then Dylan invites both of Danny and Angela to join the missions. And actually Danny and Angela accept Dylan's to help him. And then he makes a mortar, and the D-Day has come. Dylan, Danny, and Angela came to the next block of 10 Downing Street and in his van. So the mortar is in his van, and Danny is shot the 10 Downing Street, and the mortar is not hit 10 Downing Street. So the plane is failed again, and Dylan feels panic. So Dylan, Angela, and Danny is going back to the Danny house, and Dylan feels panic, and he wants to escape by himself, not invite Danny and Angela, and he kills Danny. Yeah, Dylan is a cold-blooded killer. And then Angela feel so terrifying. But Dylan is not kill Angela because Angela is still young, and then he escaped to Arun hideout in France, not invite Angela. And Angela came to the police that he let the police and Brosnan knows that he wants that Dylan goes to southern France. And then Dylan comes to Arun's house, and Arun is really disappointed with Dylan's and Arun. And in a room, Gatov and Salim is planned to kill Dylan, but Gatov is want to shot Dylan, but Dylan's reflects Dylan's skills that is fast enough to kill all of them. So Dylan is free from the Arun, Gatov, and Salim. And then suddenly Brosnan and the police came to catch him, and Brosnan shot Dylan, and Dylan is lay down on the ground, and the police and Brosnan is just escape, not even care about Dylan's body and the other's body. And then suddenly when the police and Brosnan goes away, Dylan is still awake, not die, because he wears uh, anti-bullets what is it, fast, yes. And then yeah, Dylan's not die, and Brosnan knows when Brosnan knows when he going back to British, because one of the police that asked to get the bodies clean is told that just there's just only Gatov, Arun, and Salim's body, but Dylan's is not there. And then Dylan's is still alive, and then that's the end of the story. Yeah, because Dylan is quite skillful, and then he is not die, and he is an antagonist actually. And yeah, so that's the story. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.